on AM 560. The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy turning our attention to the governor's race in Illinois, the Republican primary, since there is no primary against Jelly Belly. This story from the Chicago Tribune. You don't know who my boyfriend is. He's the mayor of Aurora.
Ruh-roh.
This recounts a police-involved action.
Last November, right?
This is, last year. Apparently Richard Irvin's girlfriend, or one of them, depending on who you believe.
The paper said it hurt his then-girlfriend, but whatever.
Miss Ayala Clark. And I understand she owns like a furniture store or something in town. Maybe those in the know in Aurora can
help us out.
Give us additional context.
312-642-5600.
She was arrested for striking a security guard at a marijuana store after she got upset because the ATM at the marijuana store didn't work, and they told her to contact the ATM owner. It's not their ATM, and she waited around for an hour, and then they said, well, you got to go. And then she wouldn't leave, and then the security officer tried to escort her out, and then she kicked the security officer. And then she said, I'm not going anywhere until my boyfriend gets here. You don't know who my boyfriend is. He's the mayor of Aurora.
And she's trying to get out $100, to get her fix on, at the marijuana store. And, she wouldn't leave for one. She stayed there for an hour. Where she thinks staring at the machine is going to make the money pop out.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way out, she kicked the security guard in the leg and then struck her in the abdomen before the guard pepper sprayed her in the face, according to the report. And then police arrived.
Yeah, that's not the interesting part. Of course, the interesting part is when Richard Irvin arrived, the mayor of Aurora. And this happened in Aurora. And he told her, so according to the police report, that the charges would go away. And according to the police report, she was in his car, and he was talking on a Bluetooth, talking to someone else, saying the charges will go away, not to her. He characterizes that, I just meant that I'm going to get you an attorney, and you'll be represented in court, and then, the attorney will make the charges go away through the judicial process.
He told the Tribune, I told her specifically not to argue or have any conversations with the police about it, and that it would be handled in court. That's what he claimed when they brought this report to his attention.
Quoting the police report, her boyfriend called someone via Bluetooth within the vehicle, stated the charges, and relayed to the person on the other end of the phone that the, quote, charges would be taken care of, unquote.
Now, she stated, the girlfriend, Ayala Clark, that she said, quote, that the security guard put hands on her first. Yeah.
Don't care. It's irrelevant. What's relevant is whether or not Aurora Mayor Richard Irvin interceded on behalf of, put his finger on the scales of justice in favor of one of his girlfriends.
But who dates somebody like this? I mean, honestly, that says a lot about his character that he's even involved with a woman like this.
Well, I don't think.
And I know crazy. So
I don't think you want to go down the road of saying a lot of things about his character. What this speaks of, and there's more to it. I've worked in cesspools before. I've worked in the Illinois Republican Party circles. Of course I have. I've worked in the town of Cicero.
Don't forget Rosemont.
I've worked in cesspools before, so I know a little something about these cultures. And everything I know about Aurora under Richard Irvin smacks of cesspool, smacks of somebody who leverages his office for a certain lifestyle, who wields his power on behalf of friends or girlfriends and against political enemies, who is always on the make and perhaps on the take. And this is why you see so much political promiscuity from Richard Irvin. Another story about another Richard Irvin girlfriend.
Oh, there's more? Can I say one more thing about Ayala Clark, though? According to this security guard who didn't want to be interviewed in the papers, she repeatedly said I'm going to call my boyfriend, and you don't know who my boyfriend is. He's going to close you guys down for doing all of this and not giving me my money back. So she felt a little entitled there, don't you think?
When Irvin said he's going to make the charges go away to somebody he was talking to on the phone with his girlfriend in the car, do you think that's what he meant? That I'm going to get you an attorney? By the way, he's an attorney. By the way, he's done criminal defense work. Do you think that's what he was saying?
No, but he's also reappointed Ayala Clark to the city's Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board, which advises the city on matters involving the Hispanic community. Plans and events and things.
Tonya Curry recounted last month an interaction she had with another Richard Irvin girlfriend, somebody that he was a law partner with, somebody that ran for Kane County judge. Brittany Michelle Peterson is her name. She is the mother of twins that she had with Richard Irvin out of wedlock.
Really?
She recounts this story, does Tonya Curry. She posted it publicly, so it's not private communication here. I'm very forgiving of people's behavior, but I can't let this one go. I met Kane County judicial candidate Brittany Michelle Peterson tonight while having dinner. Without knowing who I was, she proceeded to tell me that she was Richard Irvin's baby mama. What?
Oh,
I'm quoting Curry's post. How she hates all Republicans and many other derogatory comments. After she shared way more than I asked for or wanted, she took and ate food off my husband's plate. Curry continued, I've never been so offended, so embarrassed, and so disappointed in another human being, let alone someone running for judge. Where's the honorable demeanor? Where's the common decency? Where's the discretion? To all my Kane County friends, please do not vote for this woman, whether you're a Republican or Democrat. She will embarrass and disappoint you if given the opportunity to sit on the bench and decide the fate of other people's futures. She ran in 2020. She was backed by Richard Irvin. Of course she was. She lost. Partner, as I said, Peterson and Irvin LTD. The Irvin is Richard Irvin. More of Richard. By the way, she was also rated, not recommended, in that race in 2020 by the Illinois State Bar Association.
That speaks volumes.
It also speaks volumes. Now you can say, well, this is just Tonya Curry, who I know I supported when she ran for legislative office. This is just sour grapes from Tonya Curry. She's probably just making this up, right? Because Richard Irvin endorsed Karina Villa, a Democrat, against Tonya Curry, the conservative Republican, in 2018, which also, regardless if you think that factors in, I don't. I think Tonya Curry is telling the truth.
So do I.
But in addition to that, it's a reminder, Richard Irvin, the conservative Republican, so he says, running for governor, the Republican nomination for governor, endorsed Democrats like Karina Villa for state legislative office over Republicans. So tell me again about how Jim Durkin and the House Republican caucus is so interested in winning races. They're so interested in taking the majority. They're so interested in beating Pritzker. They have such a passion for the policy agenda they want to pursue if they were given the chance to govern. This is all part of, well, combine politics, the cesspool that is Illinois politics generally, a particular, or at least a deeper part of the cesspool that exists in Aurora, particularly under the current mayor, Richard Irvin, endorsing Democrats, whatever is happening in his personal life, which anybody you talk to in Aurora who knows anything is, well, it's there's a lot of questions that would be raised under examination about his personal life. I know people don't care about things like character, but I'm just saying this is where one's personal life bleeds over into one's public life or professional life when you let it, and Richard Irvin seems to have repeatedly let it over and over again. But you want to entrust him, well, the surrendered GOP establishment want to nominate him to be the leader of the Republican Party, and you think this is a person who not only can defeat Pritzker, you, the combine Republicans out there, that cannot, and the ignoramuses who aren't paying attention, you think this is somebody who can beat Pritzker, and you think this is somebody who is going to lead Illinois' comeback from financial and moral oblivion? I mean, who are you kidding? This is not a close call.
I'm surprised. Didn't Ken Griffin, didn't he, dig deep into his past before giving him $45 million?
Richard Irvin was at the Downers Grove Township Republican Organization, confab, yesterday.
Did he take questions?
He didn't. It was, everybody got their turn at the wheel to speak. But on his way out the door, Jeannie Ives tried to ask him a question, simple question. And this was captured.
Good.
This was captured at the event. So this is how that exchange. Jeannie Ives asking Richard Irvin a simple question about who he voted for. And again, if your knee-jerk reaction is say it doesn't matter who he voted for president, Clinton or Trump, Biden or Trump, well, just remember this is a guy who's spending tens of millions of dollars of Ken Griffin's money telling you lies about other people's voting records and suggesting that they're not real Republicans because of an alleged vote or because of a mischaracterization of a vote in the case of Darren Bailey. And so you don't get to lob those grenades without taking incoming fire on the same.
It's Jeannie. How you doing?
Oh, my, Jeannie.
Hey, listen, I just want to know, did you vote for Clinton or did you vote for Trump? Did you vote for Trump? But will you answer yes or no? Did you vote for Clinton or Trump? Because you're accusing
Hold on a second,
opponents.
Jeannie. Hold on a second, Jeannie.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
Republican. I always vote for Republican.
Okay, but did you vote for Trump? That's the question, because you won't answer it. You accuse your opponents of
And do you think-
voting for them, but you won't say yes. You voted. So yes, you voted for Trump. If you're a Republican, so yes, you voted for Trump. Is that right? So you voted for Trump then, right? Richard, come on. How? I mean, you're telling this to other opponents, and you won't answer the question. You won't answer the question. Okay, so that's what you get. I mean, how do you? This is such a dishonest campaign. It's beneath you.
It's not. The only thing I disagree with is it's not beneath him.
No.
That's who he is. That's who he has demonstrated himself to be repeatedly. And by the way, I always vote Republican. That's coming from a guy who voted in 7 of the last 8 Democrat primaries.
I was telling people about him last night, and I mentioned that fact. And they're like, oh, really? And so trying to get people to wake up and see that this guy is a flim-flam, man. I tried to talk to him. He was chucking and jiving and running away. Good for Jeannie.
Yesterday, there was another confab with the candidates. That was before the Daily Herald editorial board, that august body. Oh, God, what a waste of time. But anyway, it was an opportunity for the candidates to appear on Zoom together.
Oh.
And this is something Darren Bailey offered in the direction of Richard Irvin.
Your messaging, sir, is the exact same thing that I fought 4 years ago. The lies and the attacks, they're different mailers. You can't tell the truth about yourself, and you sure as heck can't tell the truth about anybody else, period.
Sounds like you know how to tell a lie. We would lie yourself.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good summation on Richard Irvin. He can't tell the truth about himself or anybody else. And so the remedy is to tell the truth about Richard Irvin.